meeting to order. Our first item was canceled. That was a closed meeting, and that was done so that staff can develop a little bit more information to present to us. So we're going to pass on that, which will lead us into our invocation and pledge. And if our county administrator would lead us.
Could rise for a moment of silence, and then I'll lead us in the pledge. Let us pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much.
All right, first up, presentations. Mr. David Clark, you got it.
Just a few kind of routine maintenance things to update you on. Kind of the end of the construction season, although I think they still might be trying to finish hard surface on Yellow Slope Road if they can get it in the next few days. We're having some good weather this week. Try to take advantage of that. That was the last thing. All of our overlay projects, maintenance projects are done. Probably still some lines to put down some of those paved roads. I didn't see how it turned out, but it's scheduled to be the bridge replacement at Taylor Hollow Road today. That's going to be closed for a good part of the day while they brought in this bridge, set it in there. They'll probably be flagging traffic the rest of the week. We've hoped if anything major had gone wrong, I'd have heard about it, but I didn't hear anything. So sometimes no news is the best news. Today should have been the only day that they had it completely closed. That's that very first bridge that you're coming off of Lester's Gate. When that is done and in place, that will allow us to begin work on the low water slab towards the end. And that'll be the first phase of a project in your secondary 6-year plan to hard surface the rest of it. We want to get that, do it in 2 phases again. I think really the residents are most concerned about the low water structure rather than whether it gets hard surface or not. Plus, there's still some right-of-way issues on the hard surface part at that curve just before the bridge. There was some brush cutting done on Brush Mountain Road, Crab Creek, Misty Hills Circle, Route 703. Some tree cleanup as well, Piney Woods and Ella Road, Pilot Road, so on Mount Tabor. Patching, we did a lot of shoulder repair, actually working a lot on some of the shoulders on 460 Business, between Christiansburg and Blacksburg, also on Brush Mountain, that area, working on some of the shoulders there, and on Peppers Ferry Road as well. And then just kind of normal gravel road maintenance, sheeting roads and hauling stone. We also went through our annual winter weather preparedness for our equipment. It's called dry run. We pretend like there's a big storm coming. We get the guys work on their trucks several days before this day when we have people from Salem, equipment shop managers from Salem come, and they have a checklist. They go through everything on each individual truck. It's kind of a competition. We try to do a little bit a competition between area headquarters and even between the residencies in the district. But a lot of time goes into that, getting these trucks ready to go for winter weather. That took up about a week or so in October. That's all I have for updates. Like I said, mostly some maintenance stuff and trying to finish off the overlay and hopefully get Yellow Slope Road. So, okay.
Go around the room. Supervisor Blevins, start with you.
David, thank you for being here tonight. Any update on the speed study?
I asked them every single time, and they keep saying that they have it on their thing and they will get it done.
Okay, all right.
I don't have anything yet.
Appreciate it. I just wanted also to thank VDOT. This week is National Crash Responders Awareness Safety Week. And just wanted to thank all our first responders and VDOT for highway safety, and also just remind folks to slow down, move over. It's so important for safety. And that also includes flashing yellow lights for VDOT workers as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So a lot of our guys are with the state police and everything out on the interstate when we have crashes. Trying to decide when to detour traffic, when to just, close the lane, move it over the shoulder. But yeah, it's a different world out there when you're working those.
We appreciate them.
Have you heard anything about a study we talked about last week where they had that crash out on Route 8?
That's still under their investigation.
And one up on Meadow Creek.
And on Meadow Creek, yeah.
Thank you.
Vice Chair Biggs.
No, but just thank you in advance for all your winter work. Maybe you won't have a lot.
Supervisor Demots.
I don't have any questions. Thanks for coming this evening.
Supervisor Bone.
Thanks for all the pothole patching. Happy Hollow. Was I today? Over by the hospital at 460. Just various places. Thank you for that. So back when I was teaching a class at Tech, it was about personal financial planning, but planning in general. I said first of the semester, I said, students, figure out how you're getting home for Thanksgiving so that we don't have accidents on 81 on the Friday. Because, have we ever had a Thanksgiving Friday that there were ever no accidents? I don't think so. What does VDOT do or not do, or the state police do or not do? Anything special on that Friday?
We try to make sure that we don't have any work zones on any kind of heavily traveled routes, because that just adds to the confusion and even just congestion. We usually run extra safety service patrol for long weekends on Friday, and then Wednesday's a big day too, and the Sunday coming back is a big day. That's really the biggest probably day, the day after. And we run extra safety service patrols. We hold coordination meetings. We do this every Thursday. Have a coordination meeting just to make sure we're not closing lanes all over the place, so that if something bad happens, then the detour is also impacted. So coordination meetings every Thursday. So we'll be doing one Thursday a week before Thanksgiving, to talk about that whole week.
Thanks.
Supervisor Shepherd.
I don't have any questions. Appreciate everything y'all do. Brush cut.
So yeah, this in Brush County, I don't think it was either the ones that you had asked for. But
Got a map, you
we'll
take
get
a
to
dart
there.
and say, that's where
Yeah.
we're going today. Thank you.
I just got a few things. The bridge on 460 there in Elliston, is that gonna be finished by winter? Looks like they were putting up the parapet up.
I'll have to check to see when the date on that is. I'm not sure when the date on. You're talking about the one right there in Elliston.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
railroad one, yeah.
Going over the railroad
Right.
tracks, yeah. Because I think about a week ago, there was some of Adams paving folks there. Looks like they were looking at I guess they're probably gonna pave up to that bridge and after it, where they stopped before at 63. But I was just curious on that one.
I can get a date. for
Is
you.
there any good news on the Seneca Hollow Bridge?
Well, they're supposed to be out of the water. Once they get the thing out of that water, the foundation and the piers out of the water, it should go a lot faster. Yeah, it's been a mess.
I was given a good talking to November the 2nd. So, yeah, folks up there are still pretty upset, so whatever you can do. I know you're still working on that Sisson Hall Road.
Yeah.
That hole there.
We should have the environmental clearance for that this week or early next week, be able to get that. We're doing both sides. We're going to do one at Sisson Hall, and then right next to it, kind of down on the other side of the road, is that other one with the banks on the way, right at the creek. Both of them feed the creek, and we have a time of year restrictions on it.
Now, the one at Sisson Hall, I think I saw a water line in there. Is it got a water line in there?
I don't know. I thought it was just a pipe collapse. It could be a water line leak that's causing it.
Well, I
We
would
had
think
not,
PSA would probably have
Yeah.
noticed that much water leaking out.
yeah, they would know.
Tanks up there.
We got a guy for the PSA that also works for us. On Dora, spent some time in our office. I'll ask Don.
Yeah, I figured Don keeps you up
Yes, he
upgraded.
is.
The other thing is, if you are gonna be doing more potholes this week, which seems like a pretty good week to
Yes.
do them. There was one down there at the dumpsters on Allegheny Springs Road. It started off, it was only about 6 inches right on the edge of the roadway. But now it's 2 feet out into the travel lane and it's about 6 inches deep. It's quite a large hole and.
I remember looking at that before. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there at the dumpsters. But that's, I think, all I got. Does anybody else have any follow-up or something they remembered? 'Cause David's got a sharp pencil over there. He can write it down.
I do. It hasn't run out yet.
We appreciate you coming.
All right,
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, next item up is public hearing for budget amendment. Do you want to?
Mr. Chair, this is a statutory requirement. Anytime we have a budget amendment that exceeds 1% of the operating budget. This one is one related to the $5 million that's on the agenda later this evening for the Montgomery County Public Schools.
Okay, well, we don't have anyone that is signed up for this particular hearing on the budget amendment, but if somebody is out there would like to come in and speak, you would have 4 minutes. Just state your name and whether you're a citizen of the county or not. Seeing no one come forward, go ahead and close that hearing. Next up is public address. We have no one signed up for public address, but if somebody would like to come forward and speak, you have go up there, sir, and you have 4 minutes. State your name and whether you're a citizen here in the county.
I'll take one last call.
Yes.
My name is John Ashley and I am a citizen of the county. And I would just, like I say, I take great pride in living in Montgomery County because it's one of the original Second Amendment sanctuaries. And I feel that we need to keep that energy going and we need to make Montgomery County a child theft sanctuary. Specifically, I would like to see a law put in place to make it illegal for a judge to give custody of a child to anyone besides a parent when a parent is capable and available unless probable cause is determined by DSS. There's 2 different interpretations of the best interest of the child law, and it's being turned into what's the best interest of the state law. One interpretation of the law is coming from DSS. I spoke to Doug Williams of Montgomery County DSS. To receive federal funding, they have to try to return children to their parents. So as a 100% undisputed fact, DSS says that as long as a parent isn't a danger to the child's best interest is to be with that parent. My child's mother came here from Colorado and she gave our child to some distant family members. They never filed for any adoption paperwork. And they said in court that they only wanted to be given temporary custody. As there is no short-term custody and there is only custody, after being given custody, they were allowed to change their mind. Now, the same family court judges that hear these DSS cases hear my cases, where I never failed a drug test. I always worked. I always maintained my own place. And that tells me that, and those same judges tell me that it will never be in my child's best interest to live with me. Keeping me from my child makes the state of Virginia money. Social Security Act, Title IV, Part D, is what the state collects in child support from its residents is matched and given to the state by the federal government for general use. Since judges are appointed and not elected, any judge who opposes this can easily be replaced. I asked Doug Williams about DSS foster parents changing their mind to be able to keep a child and got a very long explanation of how this could not happen. I've asked local prosecutor and sheriff for a multi-county grand jury. What I have said today is just a little part of my situation, and they have declined. Now, this confirms that every single thing about the manipulation of the best interest of the state/child law. By the way, if you get into a car accident tonight and get a hospital for an extended period of time, someone has to be given custody of your child to legally be able to give them medical appointments and to take them to school. What if those people change their mind and decide to keep your kid? And what if a judge refuses to return your child, which in this situation is completely legal? Think they wouldn't do it? They've done it to me. So I'd like to see a law change where children cannot be taken from their parents when the parent hasn't done anything wrong. I'll probably be back next time with more stuff, so thank you.
Is there anyone else out there? If there's anyone else that would like to speak during public address, they need to come forward now. Seeing no one come forward, I'll close public address. Next item, addendum.
No addendum this evening, sir.
All right. Next item up is items of consent. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Get all that? There's about three.
I didn't hear what God said.
Yeah, I think he said motion. All right, any discussion? Hearing none, Madam Secretary, if you call the roll.
Mr. Motts?
Aye.
Ms. Bowden?
Aye.
Mr. Shepherd?
Aye.
Ms. Blevins?
Aye.
Mr. King?
Aye.
Ms. Biggs?
Aye.
Chair Christiansburg?
Aye.
7 ayes.
All right, next item is new business. First up is the ACE agreement fiscal year 2021, 2022.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
I'd like just to say that the scholarship has been a huge asset to our county and surrounding counties, giving students opportunity through the scholarship for free tuition exchange for community service and involvement. It's a great way to promote citizenship. And I've witnessed firsthand with my own child, and then just this past year of students from participating with Christiansburg Police Department, volunteering at the Sunflower Festival at St. Clean's Farm, with our school systems and fire departments. And just, it's a great way to promote and have engagement. And I'm proud to support the ACE program.
I'd like to say one thing. When we first started this, I said a few words. This is one program that can affect everybody in the county, everybody. And I'm glad we went through with it. Thank you.
I was just gonna say that Steve and I, when we did agenda prep with Craig, and Vicki was there too, we talked about maybe in February, they would come and give us sort of an update and maybe give us, some student stories, because they're always so good. So, and I'm a big proponent of this, And remember, you are always free to give money individually, even though the county gives money. That's my commercial phrase.
Anyone else? All right, Madam Secretary.
Ms. Bowden?
Aye.
Mr. Shepherd?
Aye.
Ms. Blevins?
Aye.
Mr. King?
Aye.
Ms. Biggs? Aye. Ms. Motts?
Aye.
Chair Christiansburg?
Aye.
7 ayes.
Next item up, school capital fund appropriation.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion?
Have we decided which route we want to go?
Recommendation is to allocate it from the undesignated fund balance.
I mean, is that okay with everybody? I mean, I know we had.
Talked about that last meeting.
Yes.
All right, no discussion. Madam Secretary.
Mr. Shepherd?
Aye.
Ms. Blevins?
Aye.
Mr. King?
Aye.
Ms. Biggs? Aye. Ms. Motts?
Aye.
Ms. Bowden?
Aye.
Chair Christiansburg?
Aye.
7 ayes.
All right. Breezing right along, already at reports.
This late hour,
Yeah, we appreciate you saving us some time in this late hour. Our county administrator.
Well, I always have to have a few things. First off, I want to congratulate Supervisor King, Supervisor Fidzikowski, Supervisor Vaughn on your re-elections. Congratulations. Nice to have you with us for another 4 years. The only other thing I wanted to mention is Several of us will be attending the VACO conference this coming weekend. I'll be coming back on Monday afternoon. We have the Virginia Department of Fire Programs that will be here next Monday and Tuesday. The committee will be here meeting with the volunteer agencies on Monday and Tuesday, talking about their needs and concerns with how volunteerism is working in the county and fire and rescue operations in general. I'll be coming back Monday so I can meet with them on Tuesday. And then the following week, I'll take some time for Thanksgiving, so I won't be here for the next board meeting, but you'll be in Angie's very capable hands, and I told her I'll be peeking in through the stream, so if anything, I'll be texting if something's going on. That's all I have, sir.
All right, very well. We'll go through the board, starting with Supervisor King.
Don't have no report, but I do want to tell everybody I appreciate getting out and voting throughout the county. I think we had a big turnout, and I think everything went well.
All right, Supervisor Blevins.
I just wanted to, no report, but congratulations to our own Craig Meadows, the New River Valley Regional Commission for his Champion of the New River Valley Award. So we congratulate him and are very glad to have him. And just wanted to remind everybody of Veterans Day and say a thank you for Veterans Day and all the men and women that serve, keep our country free. And that's all I have.
Supervisor Demots.
No report.
Supervisor Shepherd.
No report.
Supervisor Bone.
I have a question that maybe somebody can answer. I was talking to a veteran, a disabled veteran today. He looks just like you and me, you wouldn't know that they were permanently disabled. And they told me that they get some Virginia statute so they don't have to pay real estate taxes. Is there more that is covered in that statute other than currently disabled veterans? Or is that statute? Does anybody know?
I think that's the only one.
I think that's fabulous. And
That was Delegate Rush's idea.
that's great. And I wanted to piggyback off of the election discussion. I looked at my numbers, 43% of my voters voted for me early or through the mail, which I think is just off the charts incredible. And I love it. I vote early so that I can be there on the day, saying hello to the constituents and stuff like that. So good day. And then I will not be here at our next meeting. I will be in the Midwest with my son. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Supervisor Vice Chair.
Okay, I also want to echo what Supervisor Blevins said. Congratulations to Craig. That's a big achievement. And it reflects positively on Montgomery County. And congratulations to Sarah and Todd and Steve for your re-elections. And I also really appreciated the early voting. I actually voted before I went out to Bend, Oregon, and not knowing when I was going to come back would have really been stressful if, about not voting. So I hope that we continue that. I think people really like that because it goes around with their schedule. So that's all I have.
And I will also add to the congratulations, Craig, on that award, being a member of the Regional Commission. It was kind of makes you proud that you've got somebody like this working for us. So
It's this group right here.
well, and then he's got backing, so it's deep. And that's what makes this county run good. So we appreciate that. Yeah, I was very impressed with the turnout on election day. Of course, for all of us elected folks, we stayed pretty busy on election day. I was running back and forth between two polling places. It was a very, very good turnout. And I would add to Supervisor Bone that the mail-in is very convenient. And when you added that into the folks that showed up, which in my polling areas was quite a bit, almost like a normal election. That shows a lot of participation, and that's what it takes. It's a lot of participation. I think that's all I had. Was one other thing, but it couldn't have been that important, or else I would have remembered it. So, with that said, unless anybody has any follow-up, we are adjourned.